We all love to hear success stories. Internet is full of it already, and there's nothing particularly wrong about sharing them. But it rarely teaches us how to get to those successes that inspires us so much. The problem is that they represent only little moments on our lifelong journey, and any big achievements in life is made of a lot of something that has a name we very don't like to hear. Failure. That single word brings up so much fear for so many people that a lot of us prefer to never take action to avoid facing failure. But every person that has achieved even the smallest success will tell you the same thing. Failing is the only true path to success. The sooner we accept it, the closer we can get from our goals. We were definitely reminded of this harsh reality this week. In our last video, I told you about this challenge I had for myself of completing 8 paintings in 1 week. It did taught me a lot, and I'm glad I tried it, but it was overall a massive fail. I had to repaint over most of my pieces because they were simply not up to my usual quality standards. It can hurt to work for something that doesn't turn out to be good, or it can feel like losing our time. But if I was to tell you one single thing that we learned and can help everybody live a life of purpose, it will go like this. Make peace with failure. Embrace it, even be grateful for it, and then react accordingly by pivoting, getting your sleeves up, and start over again. I promise you that one day, sooner or later, you will fail your way to success. I strongly believe this is a universal truth. Just like it's impossible for the weather to be bad all the time or sunny every day, the same goes for achieving goals. If you show up every day, it can go wrong every single time. At one point or another, the sun will shine on you and you will succeed. The secret of persistence for us is to consider failing a normal part of our lives. For everything that doesn't turn out great, we know we are still getting closer to things finally going right. If it wasn't from that mindset, we could never make a living from our crafts. Remi is a brilliant craftsman, and yet he still struggles sometimes to build things he made 100 times before. But he pushes through it, finds solutions, try again, until he makes it work. Same goes for me. But never ever we give up on our big dreams. We are just flexible on the way to get there and experiment without fear of failing. Because remember, it's inevitable anyway. I know it sounds cliché, but it's when the road gets bumpy that you find your personal power, and the more you confront the fear of failing, the more comfortable you become with it, until it's no longer scary. Making videos is something we started together without any knowledge whatsoever about videography and being generally pretty bad with technology overall. But through trial and error, we failed our way to teach ourselves how to film and edit. But the big reason why we do it is because we genuinely feel that we have a powerful message to share so people can be free to live a fulfilling life. To us, this is worth making 100 videos without many views, until maybe one day, some of you feel like sharing what we do to others that might be touched and share it too. This is how we plan to reach people. Maybe we already do, and if so, all the fails were worth it. And if not, we will roll up our sleeves, pivot, and start something new to reach our goal. What is painful about failing is mostly our attitude towards it. It's easy sometimes to fall in the trap of discouragement and feeding our heads with thoughts such as, I'm not good enough, this is too hard, I can't do it, or I don't have what it takes. This mindset has killed so many brilliant ideas, and I personally think it's very sad. But what if we started to see all the rejection letters, the denied applications, The broken pieces and the unwatched videos for what they truly are, indications to maybe change our approach or try again with a different take on it, instead of seeing it as an invalidation of our self-worth. What if we stop taking everything so personal? Don't you think persistence would be much easier to embody? This week was full of this. We even failed our cold swim in the river. There was just too much ice and we ended up just sitting in a sludge puddle. But yet, we still made this video, which might reach someone who needed a little push to conquer their fear of failure. Who knows? It was worth being reminded that, and it sparked this whole idea of changing the mindset we tend to have in regards to failure. I think our pup TP still considered this a success. He just always had the best attitude. Let's be more like TP. So even after making a bunch of bad paintings, I climbed up in my studio like I do every day without fail and started fresh. And I discovered that from what I thought was a complete mess was born something I could use in my future artworks. I would never have refined my process in that way if it wasn't from this challenge I put myself through. I learned that if working on 8 pieces was too much for me to create finished artworks I was proud of, I could, on the other hand, work on 2 at once, picking one up as the other one is drying, or using similar colors on both to make the most out of my time in the studio without compromising the quality and the emotional charge I want to infuse my paintings with. I can honestly say that I'm not scared of failing anymore. I know that the simple fact that I get up every day and work hard to live this life I built for myself out of the ordinary is already a success. It means I try, with all that I have, to be my best self. The same goes for Remi, and I know from every person I looked up to in my life that this is what really matters. If you are in a place in your life when you feel like you are failing all the time and the success is yet to come, just remember that it'll come. It's mathematical. The sun will come back for you too, and you might just discover that it's your previous bad moves that led you to your biggest accomplishment. You just need to pursue what is worth failing for in your life, and keep at it, exploring and trying until you just end up on the right spot. Soon enough, the struggle will be over, and you'll realize that your persistence and willingness to adapt has paid off. You'll create beautiful things. You'll start being recognized for your unique gifts, and people will be inspired by you just being you. You'll stop being scared, and you will be more and more comfortable with the perspective of failing. And even better, you will learn from it and find power in the noble act of getting back up, rolling up your sleeves, and start over again.
Hey, c'est beau la couleur! Parfait! Non, mais c'est juste ça. Bye!
I hope you found in this video the courage to face the fear of failing, and that you see that really it's not the end of the world if you aren't crazy successful on your first try at what matters to you. The thing to be scared of is to stay stagnant and miss out amazing experiences and opportunities for the sake of avoiding failure. And on this delightful yet random footage of Remi and Jérémie demolishing the cabinets of our most expensive project yet, I wish you all to fail your way to success.
And me, Remi, I invite you to share this video with your friends and families so our message can reach more and more people in every video. Have a good week!